Greetings and welcome back to Anno 117 Pax Romana to a new Let's Play. We are starting with the campaign mode in this Let's Play. The other Let's Play, of course, still keeps going, and if you're interested in that, have a look at my second Let's Play in the sandbox mode where we're building a big, massive city in Latium and Albion. Here, we're gonna look at the story and see how it fares. Let's get cracking as the young Governor Marcus.
Things have been a little up and down. Not long ago, I built a city. Now, if the sea won't take me, it'll be the trousered savages to come. Unless I find courage to live with the Tempest. My name is Marcus Naucratius. And I'm an imposter. In the 40th year of Pax, I was summoned to Latium, province of long shadows. Herbs once decadent, made dust by fiery ocasus. I, of all people, was to oversee the restorations. When emperors call, we mortals answer.
From the land of pyramids, Marcus Naucratius Nonus, our glorious governor! We stand at the edge of history, witnessing the...
Salway?
Marshana's welcome. Meet my wife.
Marcus, it's Marcus. What a pleasure to meet you at last. Now the ritual can begin.
Ritual?
The ground beneath every new city is blessed, and this city bears the name of an empress. Titi Naucratii, filium Marcum hac terra praese, constituo ut eam in Juliano nomine ad eternitatem. It is done. This is where I leave you to your very important work.
But, Imperator, I...
Good luck, Marconius! Wale, wale!
What an intro! And here we are.
Welcome to Juliana, Ere. I was asked to take care of things, knowing the affairs of the city as I do.
Oh, I thought I was the governor.
I exist only to serve. Emperor Lucius asked you be eased in slowly.
Slowly sounds good. But... what's our aim?
Rome's elite hold a rosy memory of the city of Ambrosia, destroyed in the eruption years ago. Building the new city of Juliana and rejuvenating this once great province will certainly win Emperor Lucius their favor.
Surely support for him is unanimous after such a long and glorious reign? I mean, the man gave us Pax.
Normally, yes. However, he recently informed the Senate of his plan to make Empress Julia Rome's first empress and his effective heir.
A ruling empress? I'd be surprised if they ever agreed to that.
We should begin, Ere?
Yes, of course. Lead on.
Oh, the nostalgia hits. Act 1, A Curse Dispelled. Here we are now. In the very first beginning, on an island in the middle of the map, more or less. Setting the stage. And we need to get going with a basic wood production. We got 20,000 denarii available right now. And yeah, I would like to start with something more modest this time around. We're not gonna have any triple roads, don't forget that. And I'm probably gonna have a city a bit further in the island for a change. But of course, let's get going with a basic production over here. And we're not just gonna have one, probably gonna have 3 of them right away.
We can attract local freedmen by building housing, Ere.
Let's do that. What's the island about anyway? So we can pause the game. This is just so convenient this time around. And have a quick look around. Some river slots. We got some mackerel here. Grape, oyster, iron. That's going to be very important. And lavender on the main island, really? That's also something I'm going to look forward to, because that means a free soap production early on. Let's start with some basic blocks right here in the center of this whole thing. And unpause, and with that we also unlock the first production chains for the fish right away. So let's go ahead and start me some basic fishing down here by the docks on this very fine day.
They'll soon be trickling into this backwater, Ere, should you provide them nourishment.
Reach 100% food needs for the Liberty.
I've got to put food on people's tables. This is serious stuff.
But also our first request, a Libertus passes you, straining under a heavy load of timber. He carries the hopeful air of one who has recently celebrated his manumission, the freedom from slavery. Despite his burden, he stops and hails you. Sees his goods right away, so we already had this event. We could buy his supplies. I'm gonna do that. For the 400 denarii, we get 20 tons of timber and can speed up our constructions right away. What we'll also notice is that there are ruins here, and we can then demolish them with farmers, with Libertus workforce tier 1s.
The Roman city planner builds
And also the next services we can already unlock, and that's the market. I would like to have this one, of course, somewhere here in the center, together then also with our tavern right here as well. Like that, slaves are fed.
Your accounting experience is serving you better than perhaps expected.
Oh, that. Grain districts by the Nile are small beans next to running a city.
Or running entire provinces. And yet, the Emperor has seen fit to invite you for dinner.
Me? Dine with the Emperor?
The pleasure barge will come for you shortly. Unless you'd refuse the invitation?
No. Perhaps I should bring something for the table?
Okay, will you bring food to the table? Just bring myself. Like, you decided against taking food? I was not even able to do this. Probably because I did not have enough food in stock. But I didn't know that, of course. Right. Okay, let's get me my market going. And also the tavern we should build to get the happiness bonus. Public services, and the next one is the fashion already. We can do all of this while we wait the Imperial barge. And let's continue with the road, then all the way up here.
Even a Libertus can expect to wear more than the clothes he was born in, Ere.
To think, without me, my citizens would have no clothes. The potential for embarrassment is huge.
I guess some tunics could do the trick. So let's go ahead all the way up here into the mountain area and start with a few first hemp plantations. They don't need a lot of space, so we'll just lop us in a few all the way here. And then also a few industrial buildings already. And one, of course, in the city itself. So I would like to do this also just here in the center. This we're also gonna need a warehouse not too far away from the artisan district. Build the spinner. And our first hemp plantations. Okay, there also... Ooh, the Imperial barge is there. Beautiful. I wouldn't like to swim in there, though. Really? They just have an animal in there instead, or shark, instead of just taking it for swimming. Alright.
Oh, Marcus, you're here. Wonderful.
Apologies, I didn't bring any form of a gift. Nothing seemed grand enough.
It is the grandeur of your company we seek, Governor. Relax, recline, let our home be your home.
How are you, Marcus? I hope looking after a great city isn't wearing you out.
It's not yet that much of a city, your empress.
Ah, but one day Juliana's monuments will be a marvel to behold. The glory of an empress.
I'll do my best.
And you'll have time. Patience is my watchword.
Julia will succeed me as Rome's first empress regnant. It is decided.
I fear the Senate may still press you to adopt, my love. Any one of their number, any man, even Calidus.
Low-born Calidus? Never. To Pluto with them. More wine, Governor?
The ruins are the remains of old Ambrosia. Never a place more alive. Temples, spas, ocelli swaying in the breeze.
Ah, what I would give to sit in the shadow of the lime trees again, admiring the frescoes at your father's house.
What happened to it? I mean, the city.
Old Augustus erupted and swallowed it up in ash. Then some old crow starts talking about a curse and everyone believes it. But they'll be back. Juliana's consecrated ground now. Tja, Ben Balian, what about him?
Well, I just thought... He seems to know a lot. More than any slave I've met.
He's useful enough. But you had best not be giving him any notions. Slaves need a firm hand.
Why, thank you, Marcus. Latium is a lovely place. Far away from all the intrigue. If only the legatus Calidus would desist in sending us his demands. This place would feel like the holiday paradise it once was.
Tja, that arrogant little camp follower. He will never be emperor. Never. Clammed up, lad. We've got a little surprise for you.
Oh, good. You remembered.
I've decided it is past time you had your very own ship. What do you say, Marius?
Wouldn't say no to that.
When I see the ruins,
And there we got our flagship.
I recall the streets I
All the way
wandered
over here.
in my youth.
Okay. With this beauty,
As do
we can now take it on. I love how weighty the ships feel.
The city that was lost.
You take them.
That's the one. Now take the
Let's get
stage,
back.
lad. Strut. Let your prodigy swell.
The game paused in the meantime, because otherwise we would have had some tunics in already. Gonna build me the next ones right away.
Good.
And we'll also need another fisherman for my city expansion. Fine indeed for walking around and enjoying my small settlement that we have so far.
Don't see why I
Can't
shouldn't
wait.
have one right away.
What things await
I
us.
mean, I am a governor, aren't I?
Just realized we can probably pet him. Right now it's pretty hard for me to decide how big that city will get, so we just continue with another production right away, the porridge. I would like to get this bonus ASAP. The porridge, well, actually really just needs some industrial buildings. For this we could be thinking about the harbor area, so I would like to plan this city a bit differently. So that would be 4 tons of porridge we can provide, and for that we need also 4 oat farms. Let's just have them here as well, beside my warehouse.
While I have nothing against liberty, the plebeian classes may now be ready for a life in...
Go together with their connection. Let's start with 2 porridge and those farms here. And by the way, let's also have then a warehouse situated here in the harbor area. We then can accommodate all the industrial buildings that we're gonna have here. Next in line.
Huge. Here one moment, a big, bustling, thriving thing, and gone the next.
Actually, Are, the eruption lasted several days, and in the weeks that followed, the air was fraught with dust as far west as the Pillars of Hercules. It is often said that hubris, the dissolute and vulgar practices of Ambrosia and its inhabitants, incurred the wrath of the gods. But I think Vulcan, whose spirit resides inside both Occasus and other portals to the underworld, has little control over what and why he issues forth.
Right, learning also a bit about the history of what happened here. And I guess we could now, since we have a bit of workforce, remove some of them. I wonder if we permanently remove the workforce. I hope not. But we can now clear this one here. Alright, everything is in. We can continue now with upgrading our first residences.
Plebeians are finally arriving. I'm doing this.
And with that out of the way, starting Act 2, Julia's birthday. And of course also a whole bunch of new production chains. First one is, as always, tilery. Let's go over here. There's the river slot for that. Julia Augustus. Let's get my flagship over there. And
it will be Empress Julia's birthday, meaning weeks of celebration, one can assume, in the grotesque.
He's got the humor.
Tell me, Emperor Lucius wants Governor Naucratius's help with the preparations.
Also gonna have me my first charcoal burner. A bit
But I
further away,
recommend
probably.
setting aside a few stacks of terracotta tiles. One can never have enough.
And I'm also cleaning this ruin here right away. With whatever we have. This one's finished. We can get rid of it. Do we get something out of it? Yeah, some
We have made
timber.
a discovery under the debris of Ambrosia. Goodbye, Ambrosia. Hello, Juliana.
I think, dear husband, we have found our sacred center.
Alright, and for the tileries, we could build them here, but this is too close to the city. So we're gonna need a smaller, dirtier in the industry zone. For now, I'm probably gonna have it some over here by the mountain. Or all the way over here towards the beach area that we have there. I think that we could work, because the beach is gonna be a second industry zone, of course, for us. And here we can now start with the first two tileries that we need. The next ruin has been cleared. Let's check it out. Ooh, what is that? A carbonized bread. Who knows whose hands shaped this elegant loaf? A nimble-handed servant making fresh sourdough loaves for Ambrosia's richest families, or a proud baker of the Collegium, working fast to feed an entire city? This but charcoal now. I like that. Smaller bits of history. Let's check out our consumption rates right now. So we are fine with the porridge, with the fish, and with our tunics. I continue with the expansion of the city. I rather work a bit in advance here. Go. And with all of that expansion, we probably will also want to work then on more wood. We could do this over here since we got some forest there and already a warehouse. Just gonna allow me to have another timber production here for now. Between all those ruins that we still need to clear, of course. This one here we could do now. We also broke even, finally, making a bit of a positive income here. And I'm probably just gonna upgrade a few more. Tier 2 now. As we continue with the expansion, we also unlock the weapon production, soldiers, and more service buildings. The next ruins? What?
Something from under that ruin.
Survivors? Were they like frozen in time?
By Pluto, Ere. They must have been immured beneath the ruins for generations, living on run water and rat offal.
What?
Perhaps the fate of Juliana will differ from that of Ambrosia before it.
Special people those are, for sure.
Wonderful memories of tranquil sanctuaries.
Alright, next we need to build a Grammaticus or the Sanctuary. And I still need to clear one more ruin.
Busy, we look forward to a trip down memory lane.
Do it over there. There's no ruin here though. And we've also leveled up to a major colonia. Gonna reinforce my basic productions. And And continue building me a few more houses. Next ruin? What awaits us this time?
I've seen the volcano on the horizon.
Brazen Bull.
That debris traveled a really long way.
Perhaps it once adorned a palace garden, raising its proud hang among trimmed hedges. Perhaps it is a nod to the island kings. It could come in handy if you ever need to impress someone. Good to know. Do we have this in the item slot? We have! Look at that! The Brazen Bull and the Carbonized Bread. Both are in the storage. I could use my flagship at this point to scout a bit. Pretty sure we're gonna need that. Let's scout the inner map. With so much wood, we can also continue with the upgrading. And unlock us the next production chains right away. Over here, we also have then the sanctuary that I can build now. Probably gonna have this one right here in the center. And the Grammaticus, this is I think a bit more important because we wanna unlock us researching. Could have it here. Or like so. Have it like so. With that, we unlock the researching. And of course, as always, let's go for the trading post, the spinner and the fishery right away as my first researches. And then also the market range increase. All of that should be rather quick. Okay, the Emperor wants our help. There's no time limit on that, so I'm rather gonna finish a few more other things. There it is.
Privilege among women. I was schooled in Ambrosia, albeit informally.
Yes, I remember I'd wave to you during your lesson, and you would stifle a giggle.
You think of the Greek magister's slave, a redhead prone to giggles.
The Magister's slave? But why would she have been in the classroom?
To clean the floors, darling dear.
And we could also be thinking now about the next marketplace here somewhere. For these houses then. In the meantime, we explore new islands. Like this beauty here. It's huge. And we do find things like resin here and olive. So I can already see where we would probably expand to first. Though it'll depend on the relationship with the Emperor. It also has a nice beach. A flat beach over here. And I would also like to work on my next production. 2 productions, that is, the Pileus and the Sails, and both of them need sheep farms. So it makes sense to me to start with some basic sheep farms over here, all the way out in the wilderness. And they produce every 30 seconds, so quite a lot. And then we have our sailmaker here. And our... there it is, sorry. Sailmaker. Let's have this one in the industry zone. Makes sense to me. This is producing then sails every 90 seconds. So I'm gonna have 2 of them right away. And we will also have the hat maker. They produce some coin. So I would like to, of course, use them in my city right away. Is it crazy to say that I just love the sheep farms? How beautiful they are. And how detailed even the fields are. Especially when it goes up the hill here. I also continue with clearing more of those ruins. Oh, look at that! They need now ropes, for example. Not gonna be that easy anymore, so we will also need to start our rope production right now, which we need anyway for the ships, and these need more hemp farms then. So I'm just gonna have my hemp expansion going over here. Yeah, just along the cliffs. Should be able to have quite a few of them still. Here.
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Very good. Leads me to a total hemp production now of 7 tons. Way too much anyway. And we can start with our first rope makers. 2 of them we need. And yeah, let's have them once again here in the industry zone. I can see that we're probably gonna need a warehouse at this point. And since we're already here as well, let's have a first fire station somewhere here, affecting my industry zone and my first residences to lower that fire risk I have right now. Another tavern should do nicely. And I can see that we probably will still need more timber. So I'm gonna have me yet another production a bit further over here. For my next production chain, we continue advancing now all the way down here. This is required for us because it's gonna be the pig farms, of course. So we're gonna have a smaller bridge there. By the way, this bridge looks really cool there, with the waterfall over there. And I'm gonna have a straight road then all the way into this area here. And this is just a perfect area for our first pig farms. There's also a mining site that we can use for some iron ore then down the road. These pig farms will then need some tanneries that make leather out of that, and since this work makes everybody extremely unhappy, let's also add a custodian here right away to increase our happiness. Trading post improvement has been reached, and with that we can upgrade our trading post shortly to boost my storage. Let's go ahead and build me, let's just check it out what we need actually. We do need it for the sandals, right? And I will also need the pigs then for my soap production. So 1 is fine for now, together with my first 2 tanneries, because the production here is only every minute, that is. Let's make them happy too with my custodia. Got a smaller industry site growing over here now. What this still needs is, yeah, 1 more ingredient, and that is the salt. And for this we need the salt ponds, and luckily we do have some space over here by the harbor or by the ocean, and get this one going. And with that, everything is here to get the sandal makers going. The first 2 probably, and once again an artisan building that I want to have here in the residential area. Since we have enough farmers, let's also upgrade a few more to tier 2. Very nice. I think at this point the production is running. Let's have a look at the Emperor.
Arceus, I know how incredibly busy you must feel, but my divine Julia's birthday approaches and nothing is in place. No garum, for example. Imagine, banquets without garum are as reeds without sound. No, we must have our garum. You will supply it, Governor, a sample of the first fruit of Juliana for my senator friends. The ripest and most pungent on offer.
The garum will be delivered to Villa Augusta before you know it, Emperor.
Oh, and another thing, Marcius. The decorative drapes. Julia adores a birthday drape. And don't we all?
I don't currently have any drape productions, Emperor.
No, and I wouldn't expect you to. No, these drapes could only have been woven by the wonderful women of Lily Bayonne. Go introduce yourself to Valeria. She'll have them and more.
Beautiful. I would love to reside in there. Let's find Valeria. I think we already did, right? There she is. So have a look what she says about those drapes. And garum is another production in the meantime that my city could already provide. By the way, can I rename Juliana? I could. There it is, the garum. For this, we already have the salt production, right? That is over here then. So we'll need to get a second salt pond going. And beside that, we need now the Scomber Shack with the mackerel fertility that we have. Very good population. Producing every minute, so I'm gonna have me 2 of them right away. By the way, can we... no, not right now. That leads then to 2 tons of that and 2 tons of salt. And with that, we can build now 3 to 4 garum works. And once again, that's something that reduces the happiness of the surrounding area. So I'm gonna have this one all the way up here by my Custodia. And I'm probably gonna have... First of all, we will need a buy station here too. Gonna be more buildings than I thought so quickly. And then we can have our production here. There's then... wait a second. Gonna have it like so. So that we can have a direct access to the mine then here. And I will definitely have at least one in the city, right? To get me that income boost. Though the reduction happiness will be quite severe once this starts to work. So this is probably only for now to give me a quick buck. And then we're gonna get rid of that again. The garum demand is probably pretty low at this point. With one, we already meet demand. I'm still gonna have a second one, of course, because we have a mission to... Let's also build the Vigilis here. Reduce the fire risk of this whole area as well. Another request. His approach to on the sly demanding you part with 5,000 denarii, possibly in order to cover the cost of Julia's lavish birthday party. What? Alright. We have 8,000. Greedy old man. And a lone slave bears the almighty burden of your chest of coins, possibly as punishment for some misdemeanor. Although with Lucius, you can never be sure.
Good.
Good. We can already see that he's probably not a friend.
So,
I should have the ropes at
was
this
that
point.
normal? That the Emperor asked for money on such short notice?
No, only 10. Still takes a bit of time. We have a good balance though. So it's all well, as long as he doesn't demand more money again right away. Let's also upgrade this here. Probably also a bunch more here. Very good. And continue with some basic population also then here. Let's keep a bit of space available for some more artisan buildings here.
Welcome to Lily Bayonne, Governor. I am Valeria Turan, proprietor of its many establishments.
Okay, there she is. Let's have a look.
I sourced Arabian drapes for the villa decorations.
Oh, there's the
I had
drapery
no
already.
idea governors had time to be such trustworthy couriers.
Let's deliver it. I thought there was a requirement attached to this, but it seems to be fine. We need to build 3 garum works, in fact, deliver the drape, and then also build ourselves a villa. And I would really like to get the optional stuff going as well. That is the ruin clearing that we have. Let's continue with the road here. And I'm probably gonna make a cut here somewhere. So this is industry, right? And here we can continue with city building then. And this basically goes all the way then over there. My industry zone that we have up there. Very good. A god is possible at this point. It's probably going to be Ceres again for the production that she offers and the additional population that she offers. Even though with my Neptune would fine, Mars would be great, and Mercury would be great for making more money with passive trade. But all of them, you know, doesn't really feel like it right now. So I'm going to go with Ceres again. Garum production is now in full swing. 2 tons we make. And we do not even meet all the salt demand and fish demand. Now to upgrade to tier 3, we face a bit of an issue. So we have satisfied everything here now except the household goods. And the household goods need the amphora and the olive oil. And both of them require something that we don't have. The amphora has the resin. And the olive has the olive grapes. That is. And in this case here, we need to expand to another island. I cannot do this right now though, as I need the Emperor's approval for this. So let's hand over the drapes.
But I don't think governors are normally expected to attend to an emperor's personal whims.
I await your instruction.
And we can also start now a festival. Instead of paying denarii, we could host it with 30 porridge, 30 tons of that. Boosting the income of bakeries, vintners, and breweries. We don't have that, but we get a random specialist. That could still be worth it. There he is. He would be worth 700 denarii. I'm not gonna be idle though. We can continue with my next production. First of all, we can make now a bridge over here. I would like to do this with the 8 tons of timber that it costs me. Get to this side. And here we have access now to this river slot that I would like to use to double my tile production. Right away. There you go. We get the tileries once again, so we can build now 2 more. But with all of that, I'm probably gonna need another charcoal burner. I'm also gonna have this one over here right away. Yeah, island fire safety could be better. So let's build me some more firefighters. We can afford another one here. And another one up here. There's a letter for me. My mother. Before all else, I pray you are not in danger. I wish you would write me a letter. The Nile is swelling and your father is preparing for the floods. I wish you the greatest good fortune. And to Juliana in Latium, to Marcus Nocraticus, Miss Mother.
Mother always worries, sir. I hope Marcia's looking forward to the wedding. Miss you, big sis.
And let's also go ahead, get me my sanctum. This is increasing the happiness of my population by quite a bit. And also, it's a nice looking building right here, where we have the festival roaming through the city right now. And someone is hopefully not bringing in any dynamites. This looks like a very suspicious red barrel coming in there as well. Next, the Governor Villa. This we should really build right now. It's also cheap to build. I could have it right here by the water. This would be a nicely protected area. Also, up here on that island, it wouldn't look so bad. Or, as a matter of fact, I'm just gonna have it here by the mountain. The advantage here is that we're gonna expand the city, and we get the prestige bonus that I really need right now. So let's go ahead and do this over there to get me my own personal place. But we will move this one again. Right now, this is a beautiful area. And to make this a bit less looking cramped, we can also have this road here. With some decorations in between. Last but not least, we have the garum loaded, 5 tons of it, on its way now to the Emperor, finishing the last requirement and continue onwards with the birthday party in the Anno Pax Romana campaign mode. I hope you enjoyed this one. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, how very good of you to join, and welcome back to the Anno 117 Pax Romana campaign mode as we continue onwards as the young governor Marcus. And over here, we're on our way right now to deliver something, and that is 5 tons of garum, in fact, that we need for the birthday party of Lucius. And in this case here, we're closing in where the Emperor and the future Empress are waiting, or whatever is going on then next. Build ourselves a small settlement already in Juliana that we hopefully continue to develop in this episode.
Lucius seems a bit all over the place with the arrangements.
See how the Villa Augusta changes her complexion for the big day? I sampled your garum, as noxious as I'd hoped. But now for something more important. Julia's birthday present is a temple I had built. Keep it quiet, etc. But those idiots delivered a stack of broken bloody tiles for the roof, and it looks unfinished. Bald as a coot.
Fear not, Emperor Lucius. I will deliver these tiles of yours.
Everything has to be in its proper place on her birthday. She deserves only the best.
Alright, deliver 20 tons of tiles. How very nice that we already doubled our tile production now. And 10 tons are already waiting. And so it is that we already have 20 tons now in stock. And by the way, I've noticed, of course, we get the, thanks to the Hall of Fame bonus, the Mary Path Specialist, a captain that increases my discovery radius of the ship by 100%, its hit points by 25%, and its movement speed by 15%. Of course, I'm gonna enable me that legendary captain here on my flagship, so we can speed up our exploration significantly. Let's deliver the tiles though in the meantime. Over there. And since there's so much tile coming in right now, we can also upgrade our trading post now, thanks to the research, doubling our island storage right away. And there's also the tiles coming in.
Ah, the tiles. Now all is finally as it should be on her birthday. Yes, I've made sure Bulbonia Celsus, cousin Calpurnia, and the rest of that gang are out on the barge.
Good. I would like some sleep in the coming weeks.
It is your birthday, Julia. I refuse to let it pass without notice. You'll soon get into the spirit when you see what our young governor has capped off for you.
It was a pleasure, oh my emperor.
The big surprise you keep talking about. Not too costly, I hope.
Behold the sanctuary of Minerva Juliana, goddess of 1,000 works.
It is beautiful. Thank you, husband, for this thoughtful gift. Marcus, before you go, I wonder if I could ask a small favor of you. It's about my daughter, Diana. Could you find her for me? Invite her to my birthday. The
Sure thing.
occasion just won't be the same without her.
Should be on this map somewhere.
I'm sure Diana is looking for trouble at Syra. Or partying in Lily Biome.
Over there, there is, oh, Kaizo. He's also on this map. While my ship continues its journey, we continue with city development. I would like to have my next blocks of houses somewhere here. Then also a bunch more here. Because of course, Juliana needs to grow. This though could be a nice artisan row. I'm gonna get rid of these guys again. Then we just have some normal blocks of houses again here. And build the whole lot. Probably gonna need another warehouse somewhere up here then. Just beside the mountainside there as well. A bit further up though. Ah, that's not possible. It's okay. I can also now build a Medici
Our scouts have sighted new land.
here to improve my island health again. And I don't think we have... Oh yeah, actually we do have those, but a
Funny how
Custodia
Lucius never mentioned his daughter.
would be great somewhere
Wonder if
here.
he knows. Still, it's her birthday, not his.
Ere, there are two gentlemen here to see you. Unless, that is, I am seeing double.
What's going on? I have another
Our
quest here.
scouts have sighted new
That's the
land.
ruins. I think we do have the ropes now. There you go. Costs me also plebeians in workforce. 20 ropes is a lot though. Right now we produce only 1 per minute. So I'm probably gonna double my rope production just for the occasion. And then we're gonna get rid of it again because we don't need that much, right? Sails we should have a lot though at this point, 45. So if I wanna go with shipbuilding... Oh, we need to progress with the story. Then we could already start this one. Market range has been increased with the latest hack. That means I can also now happily continue with a bunch more buildings here. Keeping the expansion rolling. Then we go up here. There's the main road. And then I'm gonna have another block here. But we're probably gonna expand this one by 1 more. Like so. And we could add some ornaments now to all these courtyards that we have, especially these here.
Our scouts have sighted
Something
new
like that.
land.
Works wonders. Some shade and some nice statues.
A decision.
New visitors.
Viciousness.
Gemini in the Wrath. The Roman Imperium is keen to support its governors. Funds were put forward to hire you an aide called Julius Lupus. However, there must have been some bureaucratic misunderstanding because there are now 2 Julii standing in front of you. So we have already done this at some point as well. Both of them give me different bonuses. Brutus gives me the workforce from the residences and Gaius gives me the income boost. I'm gonna go with the workforce because I think this is more powerful, and that's a new specialist that we can now use in my villa, for example, over here. And there he is. Workforce from the residences. We can feel this immediately. It would make a bit more sense at this point to build me an officium though, because with that we can just defect way more. But I think the villa will do just fine for the moment. Okay, we've also finished the next scavenging. 10 logs. Really? 20 tons of sales for 10 logs. That was not a very good trade-off. And hemp production is looking very good. So we can support all these 4 rope makers over there.
20 more years of this side of me.
Very good. While this is all going on, we have arrived all the way down here by Kaizo. And there is Diana's ship.
Diana Augusta.
Governor, just a moment. I'm, waiting for friends.
Oof. Must be good friends for you to stay out here while it's getting dark.
Sunset. If they've missed the signal.
Now, I hate to do this, but a man does have to set an example.
Mercy! Forgive us, Dominus!
Tell us the iron, if you would. It's a shame, really. We've such shortages since the Pax, but runaways don't sell well. Not to nice, respectable homes.
I suppose every province has its slave drivers.
You suppose? Don't tell me he got his tendrils in you too.
Well, I've no idea who he is. I take it you know him.
Oh yes. He is Kaizo Syracuse, a family friend.
It's all in the family, it seems. And we already have our antagonist, most likely. The Gladiola, the sword lily, bounces on the waves. Diana Augusta, who clutches the mast, bears a striking resemblance to the Empress. She's agitated. It is clear she cares greatly for the fate of the slaves enchained by Kaizo. Alright, ask about him.
He's a businessman. He won't sully his own hands with the instruments of cruelty. He leaves that to his ghastly crew.
Yes, I always wonder how the bad guys always attract so many gormless goons.
Many of his men were soldiers, they say. Not as much call for their talents under Pax.
Quite the operation he is running.
He is everywhere, all along the North African coast, according to my stylist pal in Utica.
And yet this province, the old gateway to empire, must be the heart of it.
Good, Marcus. You're catching on.
Alright, why is she involved?
Okay, I admit. I was trying to offer some of the slaves a way out. Now they're suffering because of me.
But why help slaves? Criminals, rebels, the captured enemies of Rome.
But that's exactly it. When I lived at home, I'd hear the household slaves discussing how they came here.
Punishable talk. Not that I wouldn't also have been lenient.
They all had the same thing in common. Innocent migrants crossing the sea to Latium and snatched by slavers in the night.
You mean to say Kaizo Syracuse is kidnapping the free citizens of the provinces? That is more troubling.
Troubling? It is truly unjust, Governor Necratius. Father may be shielding Syracuse, but if there is ever a chance to destroy him, you have to take it.
Right.
So, about why I came here.
You're here because my father needed a straw man. A gullible governor who let him do whatever he pleased in his favorite province.
No, I meant... Oh, Thoth. Yes, I see it now. Though I probably always knew.
Marooned, and for a long time shipless, while Ben Barlian would guarantee the success of beloved Juliana.
Slightly unfair. I did...
Ben Barlian, who is so wise and yet never bats an eyelid about the injustice happening on Syra. I bet he thinks he's above them.
Yes. About why I really came to find you. Other than to hear difficult home truths.
Don't tell me. Mum sent you about the birthday stuff again. Even though she knows Father wants me as far away as possible.
A tricky situation for sure.
We couldn't be more different, he and I. We'll fight. It's bound to end badly and ruin everything.
On the other hand, Your mother already seemed upset you might miss it.
Oh, poor Mum. I wish we could just go back to the way things were, but she knows I can't accept.
You see relief in her face when you drop the topic, and we're gonna cover her. The thought crosses your mind that if you're unable to persuade a teenager to attend a mother's birthday party, it may be, as Ben Balion so often implies, that you lack the typical bearing of an authoritative figure. Then again, what institution exists that is more stubborn than adolescence? And she declines the invitation.
I'm sorry. And give her this, would you?
A birthday gift we get though. An owl. A golden owl. I love this one. Ah, beautiful. And let's get it back home. In the meantime, we continue with the soap production. Since we do have the lavender fertility, I would like to go ahead and get me my lavender fields going all the way up here. And for the soap production, this will be also a nice health boost, by the way. We already have most of the things existing here, right? We got the pig farms, or the area with the pigs. We got the coal production already running. We just need some lavenders now. Unfortunately, they only produce 0.5 tons per minute. And the total amount of soap right now is 1 ton. So we would need already 2 of them for just meeting current demand. So we need at least 4 to make us a smaller surplus production. And these lavender fields, they're huge. They need 180 fields. Let's just check it out if we can actually get them going here. There you go. All 4 of them. Somewhere over here at the edge of my island. And let's, yeah, build all of them at once. It would make sense to have them close to the city, but then again I need to move them at some point, so I'm not gonna have that. We'd rather just have them outside. I really like them. For this, we also will need to move to the other end of the island again, because here we got our piggies, and 1 more should do the trick, because that's 2 tons of pigs that we have. And with that, I need 2 renderers that I'm also going to have in this area. So this is all about the pigs, leading to a total production of 2 tons of tallow. And with that, we can now have 2 soap makers in total, which is the surplus that we need. This one, unfortunately, has the problem with the penalty. So I'm not entirely sure that I'm gonna have them in here, because the health boost we already get in from the soap income. So instead, I'm gonna have my soap makers out here in my ugly industry zone. Right, a total of up to 4 should do the trick to meet future demands as well. Let's build me 2 of them right away. Coal we have. Let's check it out if we've done everything right. There it is. Twice the production are almost in demand. And I can also see that tunics, for example, is something that we'll need to reinforce immediately. We still have a lot of hemp surplus, but I'm going ahead and play this safe. Get me my next production going over here. And then we can have another spinner in this new district that we have over there. Getting me more knowledge and more income. And speaking about knowledge, we are also free of any research again, so I can decide where we want to go next. Fuel efficiency would be a nice one. And also, since I think we're gonna go with some kind of warfare at some point, having towers in the ocean would be great together with the encampment boost. This is only taking 6 minutes. And the repair crane is also something I would like to go for, together with the warehouse upgrade. The next ruin can be cleared with our hard-earned ropes, and we need to get 1 more going. That would be this one here. We need another 20 tons of ropes though for this. That's already fish. Please give me something of value. That looks good, but I cannot collect it. Free some storage, pick up these resources. Oh, okay. We cannot pick it up because we are overflowing with especially logs. Let's go ahead and upgrade a few more peeps. The best way to dump my logs. And we get the musings of the natural philosopher. At that time, my sister Cecilia served at the great temple of Ambrosia. A day before we were due to meet, I saw a cloud that was extending like a vine, growing tendrils in every direction. This is a story of what happened here, I guess. The volcanic eruption. that we can probably use for something in the future. Some kind of quest. Do we have this one stored? Yes, we have it stored. The soap is coming in, and with that we get the nice health boost and the population boost, leading to a positive island health now in the city of Juliana. And while all of that takes place, let's continue with the main quest, delivering the gift.
Then you did not find her, Governor Naucratius?
Nope.
I searched high and low, Empress.
Very well. I suppose I must accept that she will not be here.
Forgive me, Emperor. Something feels amiss in the kitchen today. Should I investigate?
Silence, slave. Why so down in the mouth, Julia? I've done everything to make this occasion special.
Everything. Except the one thing I asked for, Lucius.
Where has heeding your wishes for her gotten us? I do not grovel before juvenile delinquents. I am the Emperor.
You never did show her much affection.
You're far too lenient. It's taught her to be ungrateful, insolent, to sprout the most disgusting rumors.
Do you refer to the affairs or matters concerning Syracuse? Either way, I doubt anything will come of it.
Watch out! That slave has a knife!
Guards! Guards! Seize her! Seize the slave! Lucius! Medicus!
I fear, my Lady Julia, it is too late. He beats no more.
Oh, gods! Emperor Lucius!
Oh, gods, this is bad. We could all be punished for this.
Guards, get everyone out! Out! I said!
The Emperor's dead? That
This is
escalated
terrible.
quickly.
Emperor Lucius is dead. What do we do, Ben?
Empress Julia will need you, Ere, to take care of the body. Return to her when you feel the time is right.
But we need to attract more people in the meantime.
Please, not yet, Marcus.
I think it... Oh, this starts Act 3. Or Chapter 3. The Emperor is dead. And with that we also get some fame points there. Long live. The encampment was finished in the meantime, and we're working on the repair cranes now. And I would like to, expand for this. We are probably gonna move now my logging industry for the first time. And I'm probably gonna move it a bit further out here, where we will not be moving it so often. Make the connection here. I think I'm gonna go with 4, right? Together with the sawmills then. There you go. And we can get rid of these here. Also, I'm gonna move the charcoal burner now further away than ever. Somewhere here. Very good. This gives me now time to develop that new district. And there's the main road. And then we have the bridge coming in here. Bridge road leading to my industry zone. And here we're also going to cut off the industry zone, right? So this is more industry. And here we can continue with more buildings now that I would like to have, together with most likely another marketplace just here somewhere, probably at the end of this main road there. Looks like a right spot for it.
I believe Lady Julia will receive us again.
And with that, we finished that mission already. As always, when building more residences, we need to make sure that the consumption rates stay in check. The fish and the Peleos hats would be problematic right now, so I'm going to build me another fishery. And I'm also going to boost my sheep farm once again. We could build one more here then. And with that, I can also have another Peleos Folter, even 2 of them. One I'm probably going to have over here, because there's also the warehouse not too far away from that. Now, let's visit Julia again and see how she's doing.
I'm very sorry for your loss, Empress Julia.
Ah, Marcus. I thought you were another messenger from Rome. They won't leave us in peace.
If I could assist in any way...
I cannot keep him here any longer. The pyre, the sacrifice to Ceres, it would be easier if you could take the body and afterwards gather his ashes. It will be a ceremony among those closest to him.
I will see it done, Empress.
Hello, Marcus.
My condolences, Diana.
Thank you.
Build the pyre in Ambrosia, Marcus. I will join you in time.
Okay, there are the ashes. No, there's the body, in fact. We need to bring it now to the pyre. Over here. But where's the pyre? I think we're gonna have this one here then.
I wasn't even there to help or say goodbye. I owe him the dignity of my presence now, if nothing else.
Oh, and we get the first public unrests. I will probably also need to have another custodia somewhere here. Increase my happiness. It's actually rather low. Look at it. Much better now. And the same applies, of course, with my vigiles. I'm gonna have me another one here for the new district that we have. And I think this industry zone up here also still doesn't have one. There you go. Looks a bit better again. While the ship is closing in, let's also have a few more upgrades over here. Since we do have the workforce to back it up. Now, the only thing that we're really missing is, yeah, our household needs. And for this we need to settle another island. The Emperor has arrived. At least the remains.
So, where do you think we should light the pyre?
How about the old amphitheater?
Sounds good. I'm sure you know best.
That's fuel enough for the Emperor's pyre.
Alright. And we need to build flower beds. Where though? Can we build them here? No. I need to, yeah, I guess build them anywhere in the city. So we could just do this, for example, here. In those small areas that we have available. And then wait for her to arrive. She's already on her way. Research comes along just fine with the repair cranes being discovered. Now we have the warehouses. And a depot would be so bad. The income area from the fishing hut is something that we can also go ahead with, even though it doesn't make a lot of sense. So we don't have any fishing hut close to residences, right? So I'm actually just going to go ahead with more patrols, the flagship speed increase, and more patrols for the vigiles. And there it is. Another level up to a vast imperial city with 1,500 people. I think Julia at this very moment arrives.
Here we are, then. Thank you, Marcus. Lucius would have appreciated you being here today.
Empress Julia.
No need for such formality. Not here. Not now.
I'm here, Mum.
Your father and I had many happy years. We faced everything together. Everything. We had you, your brother, and despite everything, I know that he loved you. And he loved me. I have been Julia Augusta for longer than I was ever Julia Prima. All those years. I should be grateful. But all I can think is, if only we'd had more time.
I'm very sorry.
I'm sorry, Mum. It's all my fault.
Nonsense, dear. You are my light. And you always will be.
Oh, there are actually.
I thank you, Marcus. Now I must return to the villa and face the future. I can't hold off those messengers forever.
Oh, it seems like the pyre fire spread to my city. This is not so good. As a full block is on fire at the moment, it's spreading in the next area. And yeah, my Vigilis already tried to douse the flames. That's what happens when the fire risk is so high. So let's try and reduce it. But we are upgrading too fast right now, so I need to wait there a bit. We can build a repair crane. I should be doing this. Repair ships, just in case. By the way, we do not have the ability yet to build houses in the ocean, so I need to build them on the beach. Looks all a bit cramped, but it'll work out in the long. I still also cannot build a shipyard, even though we would have the resources, so that would be something. And I think we have cleared all the ruins that we have to, but there is another one that I would like to clear for now, since we have some ropes left.
Marcus, a messenger from the capital.
What is it, Empress?
Grave news. There's not time for me to grieve. Calidus's forces have seized the Senate. They made him emperor. And at the tips of swords, our allies swallow their promises to this house.
What are their principles?
Rome's principles dictate women do not rule, Marcus.
Lady Julia Augusta, confiding in the mysterious governor of Latium.
Are you here to kill me?
I'm not an animal, but I am the Emperor. Your mad ambitions are over.
You'd strong-arm me from Sanctuary in my time of mourning.
I will not desecrate your temple. You can remain here under house arrest, while my men strip this place of its assets. You see, it's not Falernian vintages and heavy drapes that made Rome, but virtue in war. That's why I'm reassigning Governor Naucratius here to Albion, to spearhead the front line.
Albion? Where's that?
Bonam Fortunam, Governor. Let's see if you're a spear to bend or to break.
I still have allies, Marcus, and the aegis of this island and its temple. This will be a desperate contest for power. Remain loyal, Marcus, and you will be rewarded.
Lady Julia.
But it seems we're going to need new boats to row in.
Alright.
It's all fallen apart, Ben. The oaths they swore to Julia, and I've been exiled to die in the north. Why?
Apologies, Ere, but your inexperience,
I knew it. I knew they'd all see through me.
coupled with your obvious connections to the old regime, paint a suspicious picture of your appointment. To be frank, Ere, the only reason Calidus hasn't sent you to the Lions will be his well-known weakness for giving people a chance. In Albion, not much chance, I concede.
Thank you for your kind and supportive words, Ben. Maybe cannibals is what I deserve for thinking I could be a real governor.
Emperor...
And that carefree pleasure boat too. But then, who will ferry me to Albion now?
Alright, present my flagship to
That
Calidus.
you build your own self-sufficiency, Ere. Emperor Calidus is desirous to impound all chattels of the antecedent regime, including your flagship, Ere.
Okay, so we lose access to it. Please don't get rid of my captain here. That I still have. And we can now build a shipyard though. So it's probably safe to do this right away. We still have a bit of space left. There you go.
Need a boat, but be quick about it.
Oh, he also gives me materials. Thank you very much for this. We need to build a pentaconta.
The first unexpected death.
Question is which kind of? We do have resources for both, so let's build both of them. A civilian and a warship. And nautical research is now available since we have finished the shipyard, so we can now move into this area. And there are two very important things that we need to get. The first one is the plated hulls, and the second one would be the cautious greeting that gives me the placement of towers in water.
Perhaps then you will find the Emperor's next instructions less
Oh, and we're also getting some gifts here before she moves away. Or she's under house arrest, so we are still in contact. I'm going to send my flagship back home though and unload me my captain. Because I don't want to lose it, just in case.
Don't disappoint me, Governor.
Okay, and here we have it, the command of the Emperor. The ship you have been using must be confiscated. Further investigation. Thank you very much for that. We still have it though. Oh, I need to move it down here. Okay, Night Watch, very good. Another letter. And your praetor now, you will not fail this family. Adhere to the will of the Emperor on which your good fortune relies. You will build him a great city. You will not seek distractions.
Construction of a ship has finished.
And our two ships are already finished. There they are. A trade ship and a warship. Even though more cute than dangerous so far. And we leave this episode once again with my flagship on its way to the next chapter of this campaign. I hope you enjoyed this one. We continue onwards. Stay tuned. Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Anno 117 Pax Romana campaign as we continue progressing while my ship is on its way to the Emperor for confiscation. We just take a stroll through the city, enjoy the sights, the smells and the views. Right over there, as we can see our flagship, would you look at that?
If you look at the
Off it goes,
keep walking straight.
in the far distance.
Moneylenders will be lurking at the tavern, and braggarts can be found everywhere.
Yeah. Horrible what alcohol can do to meet people. And as it arrives, we can now continue with the story.
Oh, the commander follows orders. Anything paid for by the taxpayer is subject to investigation, including this here ship.
Thank you very much. Collect the elephant from Calidus. What? An elephant? So I guess that's why we needed the other ships. We also need to get over here. Got himself quite a beautiful little island there.
When he's not in Albion.
And there's my ship now arriving.
We stand waiting.
What do we think this mature female elephant is for?
Taking an elephant now to Albion.
Robbed by a slave. You're a smart lad. What does that tell you?
That she was very disturbed. Oh, Emperor?
Yeah, disturbed by him. On the surface, the perfect villa. The perfect household.
They did make a lovely couple.
Underneath, skeletons and shite.
I know. Soon we'll be parting ways, dear Ben. Thank you for all your good guidance.
Oh, figs to good guidance, Ere. I am exiled to the edge of the world. Certain death.
Oh, I thought you'd be recalled to the Eternal City, the Imperial Court.
Pulvis et umbra sumus. I too. Cast out by association.
But Ben, this joyful news will be my comfort in exile. With you there, all is not lost.
Albion is our end, Ere. That is all.
Or it won't be that bad. Bit of rain.
Work snatched in a moment. And what thanks? My head upon a barbarian's spike.
And there we are arriving with our smaller ships, ready to cross the vast ocean to the end of the world.
My name is Marcus Naucratius. I am an imposter, and I've been found out.
Banished to the last fringes of the earth, we pass beyond all knowledge.
I love the elephant.
Are they here to welcome us?
With sharpened teeth.
And who might you be? You're no Imperial messenger. Pentaconter? What's all this? Where's your commander?
Right here. I am Governor Naucratius.
Governor? You've got a Lucanian cow.
Yes. I'm going to ride in like the conquerors of old.
What? No, you won't. Not unless you already want a war.
But I've got orders. The Emperor...
The Emperor doesn't know how bad things got. Come. Let me introduce you to the chief of the cabal.
Corvinus, I can't pay tax if the Skahar keeps snatching up my fillies.
Manx? News from Latium. New governor.
Greetings, Chief.
Manx anxious. But what's this magnificent beast? It's got a long face.
So it does. Listen, Naucratius. 2 islands lie beyond the White Cliffs. An outpost on either would extend the Limes, offering some foothold against our enemy, the Skahar. Tread carefully. She will be watching.
And with that, we need to settle now.
Raiders roam these seas. If anyone here is friendly, it is certainly not them.
In beautiful Albion. I really like this region. And chapter 4, the deep end. Settle in Cootslip or in Cragmore. So we can choose ourselves where we want to settle. Let's have a quick look at both of these islands here. Get the ship already on its way. So this one here is big. Looks nice. Barley, dye, iron, copper. And this one here has the herbs. Dye plant. I will need dye plants for the natural Celts. And herbs for the Roman Celts. So this one here doesn't have that much buildable space though. Right, lots of marshes here that we will need to drain. So this would all need to be drained. Make this into a proper looking city. So I think I'm gonna go with these here as my first city. Yeah, that's already the island I've used in the sandbox mode. But this time we're gonna enter here and probably make the natural Celts. The Procurator explains that Calidus has set aside a float to keep you above water on your mission to Albion. The new Emperor clearly hadn't expected you to arrive so well prepared, but the Procurator is hardly one to keep other people's money for himself. And we get 10,000 denarii. Thank you very much for this. Not that we really need it.
shall be lost here.
Hutslip, it's called. What a beautiful name.
But is the work any different from Latium? Build some houses, build up a town. As soon as you have your nose in some ledgers, you'll feel a lot better. You'll see.
Sure, it's a beautiful area. And we can use this now to once again build us something up.
I won't feel better so long as I am condemned to sodden marsh.
And we're probably gonna have our first woodcutting business then all the way up here again. By the way, I took some wood with me. It's gone. Yeah, my wood is gone. Like, I don't have it. That's problematic, because that means that we need to move some of them at least over here for now. Until we have enough wood for the warehouses. And somewhere here in the middle, we can begin with our first houses again. In this case here, we're probably gonna go with the Romanized Celts again, because I think it makes more sense for the story. But we'll just see how the story goes, and then hopefully we'll still be able to decide that. Gonna start with some simple blocks here. And then we're gonna go into a bit of a higher here. Probably. I mean, there we have the marshes. This is a great area here for a city. So we're probably gonna start expanding then down here for more. But right now I cannot build anything anyway. Now we can build the warehouse. And I can move my lumber production over here again.
Life's a work of net and line.
And now we need to attract the first 50 waiters. So that's the marsh folk. And let's go ahead and start the first houses. And with that, the city grows. At least it starts, because now we need cockles down here. The cockle picker. And this one needs a harbor area. Get this going over here. And I think one should be fine for quite some time. Yes, we can at least double the size of that smaller village here before we need a second one. Really looks like a painting with the lighting. It's so beautiful. Albion, that is. Fantastic. And let's have a few more houses here. I might actually make a marketplace out of this one, honestly. So let's just move those houses and get rid of the blueprints here.
When you've time, I'd like to know more about what transpired in Latium.
Let's also sail to the Procurator over here. An illusion of security. Whereas we continue with the frontier town here, providing the food, the public services now to the waiters over in here. And just on time, we have unlocked that, the market again, that we can safely squeeze in here. Would like to do this right away. On this fine day. The weather forecast predicts that this is the most beautiful day in the whole week. And a Bard's Hearth is also something we should get going. It has a very good boost. And I'm gonna have this one probably then up here. And with that, we also unlock the Rechoose and the Tunics again. The Tunics is the same in both regions. Let's have a look what the Procurator has to say.
Governor Cratius. Good. News travels slowly to the Empire's extremities. You better fill us all in. Emperor Lucius is dead, you say.
And that's not all. Calidus marched on the Senate and declared himself Emperor in Julia's place.
Calidus always did have the loyalty of the legions. But I'd never write off a snub Julia Augustina.
Lady Julia against the Senate and all the armies of Rome.
Calidus may have frightened the Senate into temporary submission. But she has the name, Marcus. The daughter of Emperor Servius. Conqueror of Albion. the true progenitor of Pax. Lucius took all the credit when he died. But defeating the Celts was Servius's triumph.
Must be why I'm here. Calidus wanting to tread in Servius's triumphant footsteps.
Emperor Calidus does hold him up as an example. His own father was a corpse-bearer. Be prepared, Marcus. Feel free to take a look around Whitecliff. I will answer your questions. The Skaha we can lay hands on, we keep here. This is the castrum. Men and resources are limited, but we make do.
Us wayward souls want guiding.
Yeah, there's a passing waiter, sees your toga bright with the colors of Roman nobility and throws himself at your feet. Speaking in Latin, he gestures frantically to the wares strapped to his ponies. Freshly woven re-shoes and tunics, they're yours for the taking if you wish. We show forgiveness, because I don't really care about the 20 tons of tunics that we would get otherwise. Select my new flagship. Glorious, with some ropes already on it. The Torch of Albion, it's called.
If you ever lose it, the regulations will compel me to fit out a new one for you.
That's great. We get it endlessly whenever we lose it. Next, we need to start with the fashion. So let's have a look at the waiters real quick. Because here we got now the re-shoes and the tunics. Whatever we want. The re-shoes is what I prefer usually, because it gives you also a bit of a health boost that you're gonna need once the city grows. And I think eels we could already go for population and income. They're very easy. So let's start with that as we have the logs. Probably a bit further down here. Build us a warehouse. And then also our very first eel grabber, as they're called.
Is a fortified island.
Fantastic. I think we need two.
Keep a low profile.
One is fine for now.
I just want to report. Nothing more.
Menu production. And for the rituals, we need the reed gatherer. And this is something that we need then right here. Let's have them just along the mountain here. We need 140 fields, which is a lot. But just 1 minute of processing time, which is not a lot. I'm gonna have me one blueprinted. We're gonna need this one here soon as well. Total demand right now is not even a ton. The tunics, by the way, would have more demand. And we can build the shoe weaver, and this provides also a nice small happiness boost. Let's have this one then here in my future industry zone. On its way already then to the warehouse. And let's make here, since this is the main road, a double road. I'm not gonna have triple roads this time around. We will need 2 of them because they have a processing time of 2 minutes. So the second one will be here at the warehouse right away. And with that, we already leveled up to a minor city of Cutslip, as it's called. Scout, what exactly? Carrack Moor with Manx. There's Manx, so I guess I will also need to get me my smaller ship to him. This one, not my flagship. My flagship we could use to scout Albion a bit into this direction, most likely. Off it goes. So, the eel is coming in, and the re-shoes. I probably want to have another wooden production over here. Now we have 4 sawmills working, and there's also a mining site here that I will be able to use later.
Scouts have sighted new land.
Those cliffs are truly beautiful. Let's accompany him.
Stay close. Old Swallow's the best of us.
Waiting for your decree.
Afraid, anxious? Are we in danger?
Could be, could be not. I think if she attacks, she'll want to do it on her terms.
Who is she?
Wada, not the fog.
Wada.
Let's keep our distance then.
Often can't see your hands in front of your face.
And the fashion has already been fully met. With that, we can now theoretically upgrade them.
What do we do about these people, Ben?
Believe the Emperor expects us to conquer them.
He can't mean all of them. I still need some of these Celts to work for me.
Well, strictly speaking, one would only need to subjugate their leaders. This Woada, for instance.
Oh, I mean to show her that I'm not to be trifled with. But I need an army first. It could be an army of Celts.
Alright, let's go with the natural Celts.
Do you intend to lead them in their war dances?
Why not? It could be fun.
As I think it would fit more to the story. And with that, we start the next productions, the Wetland Dope, my next construction material that I should start instantly. Immediately, because we will need that construction material for more things down the road. Let's have this one.
Governor, your city will suffer without a barricade. Any troop you can put between you and the enemy. I don't have a man to spare. You'll need a barracks, and you'll need to train your own soldiers.
Our scouts have sighted new land. Our scouts have sighted new
And with that, I can build now the laborer's yard. We're a bit red there on the balance, but it should be fine. And I'm gonna have this one, of course, in my Barbaria. Let's start with 2.
Forging ahead.
Leading to a total production of this one now of 2 tons per minute. I'm probably gonna have me a 3rd one. Even though, nah, let's not do this. We can upgrade though. More here. With the remainder of my timber. And with that unlock us more options again.
Never mind.
And there's water.
It doesn't actually matter.
That's just a beautiful island here. That's not water, of course. There's also an optional quest, the Servian fleet finds shipwrecks from the last invasion. There's one of them, for example.
We stand, waiting.
This wreck was once part of the invasion fleet. And there's some loot here, like sails, weapons, and timber.
You can already hear her voice on the wind.
There's water.
For your decree.
Warriors of the Skaha, did we not become strong again? Our blood thickening for each and every newborn ox? They say Rome's last emperor died like a dog. His pax is over. You've seen the new governor with his grey beastie. A worshipper of murdering, conquering Servius. Do we, the Skaha, allow such insults to stand? Or do we remind him of the fate of Landinium? Of Matiacorum? Iron from blood!
So now you know who and what you're up against.
Clearly her threats are not to be taken lightly. And her fort
Carrick Moor.
is impressive. I wouldn't fancy sieging it. Wada has defenders in numbers. Well, thank you, Anxious. My ship can make its own way from here.
Go easy now. The mist. The mist.
In the meantime, correspondence arrives us from Julia. And it is truly terrible that Calidus sent you away, but I hope you arrive to the warm hearts of always imagined of quaint Bretanoch. I pray it is warm. From now on, you will be on your own. Ah, yeah, thank you very much.
Procurator.
that I've no great experience in these matters, but I suspect Luana might be rallying her warriors for a raid.
Hmm. We probably will need to build up some defenses.
Rain or no rain, I'd rather be a governor here than go back to that cubicle and count beans.
Wouldn't be the first time.
So we need to continue with, well, building up some defenses. We got the wetland dorp in at this point. Let's get the main road up here. And just like in the Endless game, we're building the villa up here because I think this is a great location to defend. Where we're gonna have then that central one, somewhere here. Oh, for this one we're actually gonna need tiles, not the wetland dorp. Tile production is though up and running now too, so for this we need the charcoal burner. I'm gonna have me one. Ooh, where should we have the charcoal burner? Yeah, somewhere here for now. The mud dryer, we already have 3 of them. Gonna have me another one. Probably on the other side 2 more, because we're gonna need both of these resources here if we want to be efficient. Gonna move this over together with a warehouse then here. And then we just need the tilery now. This one's again something that greatly reduces the fire safety of this running area. So yeah. Let's have it here for now, but we probably will need to move it at some point. Let's have 2 of them for now. And I will also... we cannot start yet with the firefighters. Alright. We'll need to wait there a bit. And let's have a bit more workforce coming in to tier 2. The smiths. Find the last shipwreck. To finish that optional quest that we have. Also, it's some nice loot here, right? Weapons especially. There you go. And some additional timber. Ben Balian.
Ben, is that my last amphora of wine? Have you been pilfering my reserves?
Yes.
You know I could have you flogged for that.
Please, I implore you to forgive me. I have disgraced myself and violated your trust in drowning my sorrows.
Ben, what in the name of Jove is wrong with you? This doesn't sound like you at all.
Oh, this place. I am dragged down by its murky currents. You must understand, I've only ever known life in Latium.
But didn't you grow up east of the Mare Nostrum?
Civilized places, culturally contiguous places.
You're going on as if there are no cities or people here. Is it too much time indoors?
Mingle with brutes with no means of self-expression save a grunting and scratching of the armpits.
They have poetry, Ben. And their craft with wood and gold. Some of them can even speak to horses.
Simple pleasures, fruitless pursuits.
Well, if it keeps them from drowning in misery and stealing my wine, here's an idea. I order you to enjoy yourself.
For Ben, we continue though with the city building over here. This is gonna be a greater district that I would like to add. How should we do it though? I'm probably gonna have me 1 block here, and there is the ending of my industry zone then, right? Probably like this, so that we can add more houses now here. And I'm probably gonna have another service district here then, right? From here. Here, because we need to have another marketplace then for this area too. This is not working out by 1, but let's make a new type of block here then. I think we're just gonna go with those then. Since we do have some timber also, there it is, the weapons and the ropes, all of that together. And the first tiles are also coming in now, very good, gonna need that. Can I upgrade this one already? It will cost me 5 tiles for the trading post upgrade. And I will also need to build me my last readery over here. The reed gatherer, not the readery. And let's just see, I would probably like to have these bigger blocks. Oh, it didn't take that. Now, over here. 2 of them should do the trick. That's a lot more people. And I think we do already have the next ones, the recreation grounds. I can now have them here. In the center of it all. Increasing the happiness of those Celts. Ah, and Arthur is also introducing himself and even gives me some money there already. Not that we really need it once again, but I take it of course. A Phantom would also be possible. A place of learning. To add then here as well. And for all of these guys over there, we will need though also a marketplace. I might actually use this one here, since we don't need so many service buildings. Why can I not move this? No. Into that area. And we also have the bath heart again, that I'm probably gonna have here, if I dare. Next, the barracks. That's some tiles. Probably like so. Bit of a distance there to the villa.
You're sticking your hands in the hive.
A spear. A warning.
Your adversary makes herself known. And sooner than anticipated.
Who is she?
Voada, of the Skaha tribe. It is my displeasure to report her mistreatment by Rome in the past. While most of the people of Albion have come to accept Roman rule, her tribe remains in open rebellion. So this idea to ride in on an elephant, like warlike Servius, the military drills.
Your idea, not mine.
No doubt revived the hatred. Hatred for those who took her son.
Hardly surprising.
Such is the nature of war.
Right, at least we got the barracks now rolling.
These wild Celts.
And here we can now train the first troops then with the few weapons we still have.
Great chunk out of the paintwork.
Only one of them, so let's go with... Actually, let's go with two, yeah.
Continent, emblazoned with the Emperor's personal seal.
And then Corvinus has much unsolicited advice to give you on how best to prepare. Train troops on the land, and also buy weapons at Whitecliff Trading Post if need be. Ah, that's his trading post there, you sneaky legionnaire. Buying weapons from him. At what price though? There he is, 74 coin per weapon. But he's only got 6 tons available right now, so it's not like gonna make much of a difference there. At least for now. And by the way, I will probably have this one further up so that we can have a little fortification in this area from one side to the other. Here I'm gonna make me my wall. That goes all the way over there. That should be fine. Building all of that is probably not something we can afford. We can afford it. There you go.
A new unit has been recruited.
There's also my first units that we can also put into an encampment right away.
Don't disappoint me, Governor.
Oh, the Emperor. How's my Praetor? Not cracked under the strain yet, I hope. You're young, Marcus. We need fresh blood, and I'll need you to show me whose side you're on. Speaking of which, I'm coming to visit Albion. I trust you'll make the appropriate security arrangements. Wouldn't want the Celts rebels piling in on Emperor of Rome, would we?
Hugh. Once he sees how little we have achieved, he'll sink us forever.
Well, I think I've done pretty well here, Ben. Besides, who stops an emperor with his heart set on a visit?
This is not your mother we are welcoming. For emperors, there is always more to do, more to prepare.
Like what?
Delicacies and decorations, Ere. A red carpet all the way to Latium if we must.
Does the Emperor often visit Albion, Procurator?
Not since Servius planted the feet of his elephant on these shores. Countless provinces vying for his attentions. And he wants to recapture this backwater.
Probably can't wait to escape the stuffy old senators. Man of action, lungfuls of marshy air and all that.
Even before Servius, Albion was always a trophy province.
Scoring a quick victory here will make him popular?
It's a celebrated tradition. Hammering the tribes of Albion till they're on their knees.
Alright, this starts Act 5, or Chapter 5, the Imperial Visit. That we need to prepare for with the Governor Villa. all the way up here. And we can also build our first towers.
Essential in demonstrating your control of an island.
Probably right up here. And can we already place them on the water? No, we can't. The research for that is still a bit further off. There it is. But then we can fortify the harbor area. I'm not gonna fortify the whole city though, right? Because that would be too much wood consumption. And let's build the villa.
My villa! Finally! A place to call home out here among the mud and sticks. That'll cheer you up, eh, Ben?
Probably gonna make a bit of a bigger road towards that. And now we need to place some ornaments around that and have beer in stock.
Trapped in a marble dungeon.
There's the beer. This production has been unlocked right away. Very good. And it needs the barley. And like us, we do have the barley fertility on this island. So, in preparation for the Emperor, we continue onwards in the next episode with our foothold here in Albion. I hope you enjoyed this one. Stay tuned. Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back once again to the campaign as we continue decorating our town and starting a beer production. For decorations I've already done a few things and we happily continue with finishing that. We just need some more tree ornaments that we can have, for example right here, together with some statues. I think some nice wooden Celtic statues would do nicely right in here, and probably also here one beside my market, looking towards the street, together with some Albionic trees, like this oak tree and some oak trees here. And with that already finished. Very nice. Now to the more interesting thing, and that is our beer production. For this, we do have the barley fertility. We do, however, need a bit more workforce that I'm struggling to get up that much. So let's just check it out here. We do have the marketplace, we do have the bath close by, so this makes a lot of sense. Building me some blocks here. And as we don't need a lot of workforce, yeah, it makes sense to increase density a tiny bit as well. Since we have the wood, I finally can build me a bridge to the other side over here. That is what I would like to do, so that we can move, for example, our charcoal burners over there. And to not have them so close to the city anymore. And the woodcutters, I might need to... Actually, I don't need 4 of them, right? So I'm gonna delete 2 to make me up a bit more space over there. And here we have the warehouse coming in. Perfect. Now we have a bit of an area here that I would like to utilize for my barley. Now we can check out how much beer we need right now. It's not even a ton. And in this case here, this one's processing 1 and this one's producing 1. So I'm thinking about 3 of these should be just fine, right? So we're gonna make us a road, and I'm also trying to get some new layouts going, so we can start with this one. We need 120 fields for this, right? So we can have them actually here in the middle of the road, and I think those 3 should do fine in here. So let's just see. We could even probably make one more, honestly. And with that, we have them a bit more engulfed in the fields, right? And that's the 3 tons that I'm calculating with, especially once we grow. The malt house needs then processes actually 2 per minute. So one of them is fine for now. And then we need the brewery. This one's increasing my fire risk again. So I'm just gonna have 1 here in my little artisan district to boost my income a bit, because let's face it, we need it. And then I'm gonna have another one probably a bit further up there, to also get me a bit of an income boost. Fire safety is really fine. I might be considering... Oh, we still cannot build it yet. We need to level up the city once more, but we're close to that. Especially once the beer comes in, I have a feeling it gives me population. Yes, +1 population that we get out of the beer once it's in, together with income and happiness. Now, for the brewery, we're gonna need the charcoal, so I'm considering a second burner up here somewhere. This one gives me 100%. That we can have then here as well. On top of that, I have a feeling we're gonna go to some fighting, so we could also prepare the weapon production. That is something. We do have the workforce for that. Yeah, kind of like. My income is not the greatest. There's the beer inn. We have leveled up the city with that. We get the sales shipyard. And I would like to start preparing my town a bit for that. And we really don't need a lot of buildings for the weapon production, so I'm gonna expand my road network all the way up here. Trying to keep the charcoal burners there. And then we have 1 iron mine. With that we need 2 furnaces that we can also have here just beside the mine. And with that we can have the weaponsmith. Would be a nice boosting again to my city, but I'm not gonna do this time around. Instead we're just gonna build then 2 here. And this would be fine already to have a stable weapon production. Money is fine now, since the beer is in. Might even consider upgrading a few more people here, since we have the workforce. The watchtower has been researched. And let's have another block like this. Take the ornaments with us right away. Can we do this? Alright. It didn't. Gotta be careful with all the blocks though. Yep. As expected, the eels at least should be reinforced now. And that's something I'm probably gonna plan them over here. We're gonna have this road, another warehouse, and then I could get my next eel grabber over here. The marshes are a beautiful place. Not to live in, but to marvel at the graphics of this game. And I think the last ton of beer is now coming in. There it is. Actually, there's 2 tons now on its way to the warehouse. Very good. And having squeezed it from his contracts that Calidus is fond of beer, he now has doubts an emperor could be so barbaric, but 1 small sample is all he needs. Tell your residents to bring forth the beer. Well, we don't, Balion. We don't. I wanted to upgrade my town there.
The Emperor's sail is sighted.
Our efforts won't be enough. He'll throw us to our own eels.
Wait. Where's the Imperial fleet? What kind of Emperor crosses the oceans alone?
I only met him briefly, but Emperor Calidus certainly likes to do things his way. Enough. Here he comes. I'd forgotten what a funny gait Calidus has.
Greetings, Governor Naucratius.
Greetings, soldier. Please let Emperor Calidus know that everything has been arranged.
Oh, very good, Governor. Yes, the Emperor would be glad to hear it, if he was at all compos mentis.
Watch your tongue when you speak of the Emperor, soldier.
Oh, right, yes. Good one, yeah.
Wait, Procurator. That isn't Emperor Calidus. Can someone tell me what in Lucretius's loincloth is going on?
Oh, you weren't told? Calidus isn't coming. This is just one of the boys. We're to bait the enemy out for you. Poor spurious bastards here drew the short straw.
This is the will of the Emperor?
Oh yeah, Emperor Calidus used to command our unit. Asked us personally. He said, if the enemy see bait, they'll be sure to pounce. And what attractive bait you are. That's when we cosh them with superior forces and take back Albion once and for all.
With one pitiful half-drunk unit.
What? Calidus said you'd have your own armies, Governor.
I sense Emperor Calidus wants to shake the nest and sting us into action.
Don't let your guard down.
Alright. Unexpected. We need to get more soldiers going. And for that, I need more
So wait,
weapons.
that isn't actually the Emperor? Or...
It is not the Emperor, no.
I'm still a bit new to Roman humor, I think.
I cannot build it yet, so we still need to wait, I guess, for the glory to advance. Fortify the city, build 2 archer towers, and produce your own weapons. But we cannot do it. Why not? Let's try to build it without a blueprint. Now it's working. Right.
Emperor Calidus seems like a bit of a copros, quite honestly. Although, to be fair...
The dread forest stirs.
Think she's taken the bait, Corvinus?
If she believes Emperor Calidus is here, she may think to kill him.
Oh, Mithras.
Your new emperor sent you here to die, didn't he? Because I know he's not here. You're in this alone, like me. But we have to drive you out all the same. Can't have you draining our fens and murdering our children again.
Fire has started.
Oh wow, they're already invading. That's quick, I guess. Let's build the towers. The weapons are in.
Is under attack.
And I will also now muster my army. So we do have a few trained, ready for action. And they're now marching for my trading post. My army is on the move. My ships are fighting already. As we meet on the field. They should actually get attracted by us. I think actually my ships will be fine already. We're marching. Anyone else? No, that's all the attack forces that we have over there.
One of our troops is under attack.
Okay, now my own archers are also joining. They ignore us, it seems. I mean, there wouldn't be any use in destroying the trading post since we have a villa. It doesn't matter if we lose it, right? We don't lose anything else with that. So it's kind of like also nicely working as a bait. Because they don't seem to attack my units while the trading post is alive. Alright, so the first one's down, but I think...
Remember my father, faintly, in his uniform, waving me off at the harbor.
Okay. Disbanded again. I think we have fought off our first ambush.
Thank you, Procurator. I didn't even need your help.
When you first arrived, I had you down as a rookie. But maybe I was too quick to judge. This is only the... Let me know when you've time to debrief.
I feel we've crossed the Rubicon, or the Albionic equivalent.
You've got yourself a war now, Marcus Naucratius.
Don't wait for peace, Marcus. Inaction makes us look weak. Deal with this now or never. Take down the Skaha before they grow too strong.
Never thought I'd rule with my father's iron fist. But defeating Vawada could save lives.
Or maybe it doesn't have to be war. You could just sit tight and hope.
Alright. Sever the supply lines, destroy her fleet. We will probably need a bunch of ships for that. And down there we have those ships. And then we have an option here. Either reach a total diplomacy reason value of +1 for her to get ceasefire going. Right now we have negative 250. Or we destroy her.
On one of the isles stands an old forest. That place is disturbed. The Grove of the Nunos. The forest is a meeting place for dissidents. Sickle-wielding nutjobs.
Druids? I thought Druidism had been crushed in the run-up to PAX.
Whether in leafy groves or in their own heads, the stubborn of Albion will never cease with the old ways. Still, if you ever felled that forest, you'd be doing us all a favor. And perhaps yourself too. That land has a lot of mining potential. According to surveys we conducted during Emperor Servius' time.
Mining?
Worth considering anyway. But my main concern is the stability of this province.
Okay, so we do have the weapon production up and running. For the ships, we will need to have some more. We can still use this island here. Bit of space we still have towards the villa up here. I could think about a smaller production for sheepies. Or we move them... Nah, there's too much swamp there. Too much swamp here. There's no drainage yet unlocked, so... I will need to have it somewhere over there then. There's also a mountainside that we could use. And I'm just gonna go ahead and have me... let's just check it out. 1, 2, 3. How many do we need? Yeah, one sheep farm could already supply 3 sailmakers, in fact. So I'm considering adding them now. And of course, in my little industry zone. Move this up a bit. Get me my sailmakers going. Alright. That's one thing. Costs me quite some farmers, so we will need to make sure that we have more of them. And then we need the hemp farm. And in this case here, one of them can supply 2 rope makers. I'm probably gonna have this one somewhere here. We have those fields towards the city there a bit.
It almost sounds like you're having fun.
Very good. And let's get the rope makers going. 2 of them again. They are very spacious. There you go. 2 of them in this block. Finally, we also leveled up, so I can now get me my Vigilis in. And I would like to do this, of course, ASAP in a bunch of locations, because we do have not the best fire safe right now. Especially with my brewery over here. Putting it right beside it. Good. And definitely one up here in my industry zone. Next, unfortunately, after all this, I still need to provide more workforce. The spinner will not help me that much, so I really just need raw workforce for all of this production that we have right now. And for that, I'm considering adding another block probably up here. And more here. Where's my marketplace? There's my marketplace. I might need another marketplace over here for these guys. Add this, then we can have a bunch more. That's okay, but that won't be enough.
Since we came to these shores, I have done you a disservice. Grumbled, griped. I stole your wine. Instead of flogging me, you encouraged me to learn a new skill. And I took offense. But I was wrong. The distraction opened my eyes to a different world.
So you admit it. But I'm glad you found a thing to enjoy. We may be here sometime yet.
That does not terrify me. Not anymore. A tendency to assume the worst has served me in the past. But perhaps it is time I let go.
Having now stable production of all of the new materials, we can also go ahead and build me my first shipyard. And with that out of the way, we can then consume... Or actually we need a lot of logs still, but then we can start with the weaponry production. By the way, do we need to research a new ship type? I thought it was unlocked for us, but that's not the case. But it seems like we cannot discover the trireme at this point. So that's probably the mission. So we will need to build some smaller ships there. Just realized we can buy those triremes though, like this one here, 22,000 denarii, and this one here is the smaller one for 5,000. Might be an option. Next, we need to settle on this small island here. Settle the small forested island in the middle of the province. Have a look at that. Who do we have available? Selling here actually doesn't cost me anything, so why not do it? In Cavalon now. And there we have Grove of Venunos.
Spooky. If I plan to mine here, like Orphan has suggested, I'll need to build up a jolly little mining community.
Alright. Get this one up here to the grove.
An excuse to take what isn't yours.
And we probably will need...
Instead of insect,
Bit of a timber production first, before I'm starting with any kind of city building here. And then we could have a smaller community right here. Got a few other quests here to do in the meantime. Destroy Wada's hidden outpost. Funnily enough, if I click on that, we will get scrolled over to the hidden outpost. It's somewhere over there. For this, I'm of course gonna take my ships here. And yeah, we're probably gonna take all of them. Oh, wait a second. One thing we can do is take a few land units with us, because that's also a requirement. Let's take the spear units. I would like to get my archers with me. These here. Those 4 should be fine. And we can load them all onto a flagship, because that has the 4 slots that we need. Alright, and with my units on board, we're making sail. We will also need to sail to Athos Harbor over here to start diplomatic relations with him. So we got quite a few things right now that we need to complete. First we arrive at Ath.
Another valiant comes to Kerthroyd. Seek you an audience with King Yorgwin. Traveler, why do you stand before my gates?
I am the new governor of this province, by the command of Emperor Calidus.
A governor? You stand before a king? I have been invested with the right to rule these lands. As was destined, you may answer to him perhaps. I stand alone. A king unfettered, bound by none.
Emperor Lucius is dead. We answer to Emperor Calidus now.
Tell me of this Calidus, then. Does he mean for you to usurp me?
What? No, I have no such orders. I just need your help.
My aid? If you seek my aid, savage querent, prove yourself worthy of my court. Pass thy judgment.
I could bag him, invoke him, or present a chance to win glory. Let's present him a chance to win glory. This gives me 100 island-wide happiness, and peacefully inclined we are. And he's excited by your proposal, and for a second he seems ready to take on the Skaha solo, but then stops mid-toast. He remembers he must consult a prophet. Upon his return, he refuses to commit on anything, though an inclusive meeting, Athor seems to like you.
You shall stand alone in your war with the Skaha.
Okay, we now need to set trade routes up with him. We'll do a gate and a wall and the trade routes.
James faced Yorgwin is again ducking his pledge to Rome.
Let's continue to the hidden outpost.
Another one of Awada's outposts.
So it seems to be this one here. And send your land units to scout it. Forge. How can we land here now? There's the outpost. Let's try this. Oh yeah, very nice. We can actually land here with my troops. My ships continue destroying the tower there, while my troops hopefully kill every one of them. Okay, they're already fleeing, so we can now focus on that tower. Where are my ships? By the way, this ship that we built here, the Pentaconter, also needs some Mercatus. It's still working, but I think it's slower. Mercatus is a tier 3 residence, so we have no way of actually getting them in right now. Alright, and so it is over here. Did we get some loot or so? No. Just her hatred towards us.
When did I become so violent?
Oh, she retaliates, in fact. Look at that. But the flagship is really powerful. Doing a lot of damage. And it's going down already. Very good. In the meantime, I return to Cutslip, because here we do have a bit of wood now. So that we can, for example, fortify now our harbor area. That is something I would in fact like to do. So I'm gonna move a bunch of buildings here around. A bit further up towards the city. There you go. This gives me now an opportunity of building me some smaller fortifications here. The gate though, I think we cannot get over this road here. Alright, so I need to make the gate before that. In fact, I'm gonna have then a gate here. It does make a gate automatically there. That's good. And then we have this one. Gonna be a tile once again. I don't think that I want this one here, so we're gonna have it here. Towards that gate over there as well, or to that mountainside, so we can fortify this one. And I think some defenses shouldn't be so bad as well. The Sacred Grove, we can continue with a bunch more waders, since the wood is in. This should actually finish that quest already. How's my production looking for its cockles? Plenty. And also, a trade ship has arrived, so we can now establish a trade route between the two islands. So let's go ahead and do this right away, between my main island and Care Livet, as it's called. And I'm gonna use my latest trade ship on this. Question is though, oh, we have no trade rights. Interesting. So this is something we need to get going first. Oh, look at that. It was still finished. Yeah, it was finished.
An axe to those trees and the lad'll be swinging around at your neck.
So look at him. Perhaps he's inclined to do anything with us. Offer a gift. The trade treaty is way out of the line right now. How much would be a gift? We do have 40,000 denarii. I could give him something. There you go. Yeah, that actually halved the chance now. So in this case here, we should be able to get to trade routes with him at some point. Attract nobles now, or the older men, is the next mission. For this, we're gonna need a bunch more resources though.
They'll want a comforting hearth too, to get over the horror.
Gonna finish my wall here. We still need some more.
Bardic hearts, if I want to get mining.
And let's disembark all the units and get the next outpost down. It's farmers attacking us this time only, not even axemen.
You have filled my grave. We keep out of all.
One of our troops is under attack.
As always, a beautiful scenery. Right, this one's going down. There are the farmers, and I think he's coming in from over there as well. And once again, down they are. Right now I'm facing actually an issue that I was not expecting, and that is waiter workforce. We can't get the numbers up there so much. In this case here, we do have some ships built now by that island. So here we have the waiter workforce, right? I think some of them I could Yeah, this one here needs 23 waiters. That's way too much. So we can say the workforce we get from this smaller island here now, right? Save workforce in Cutslip. Brings it down to -33 now. The waiters have everything they need, so the rechoose is something that would improve my income, but I don't care about that. I care about food, in fact. The food is fine, but the workforce really is a problem to me right now, especially since we need to upgrade more to down the road. So where should we get more? Here we can still get another district. Honestly, I was not expecting that we need so many houses here in this city, but that's how it goes. There we can still add a few. And then just here by that sheep farm, we can have a few more. We don't need to add another sheep farm or anything like that, right? Because we have enough sales production as it is already. So that's fine. And gotta make sure that all of them are within the market reach. And oh, he's offering me now a treaty. But it's gone. Is it gone? Do you have still something? You have a trade treaty. Of course, we're gonna confirm this one. And he doesn't want any money. Receive a gift. Yeah, oh, that's the positive one, right? That we gave him. So I think this was actually possible because of that. Also, the defensive pact, we're gonna accept this one right away. And now I can get the trade route going. If we need that. I don't think we need that anymore. I still need to secure the lime, and I'm also gonna continue destroying those outposts here. There's the next one. Because I think for every one of them that we take down, the weaker she gets at the end. Alright, next research is this one here, the Governor Villa effect. Giving me waiter workforce out of the villa. I think that's gonna be pretty important. Alright. We have destroyed all her outposts and now she's got the plague. They're starving. Nice one. That's the effect that it has on her main island. Also, destroying those supply ships. It's a lot of them, but they seem to be rather small. So it shouldn't be a big issue, hopefully. Taking them down. So we'll just find out, I guess. Okay, we're gonna lose one. That's a lot of workforce. We're probably gonna lose this one too. Yep, there it is. It's now my flagship against them. My flagship shouldn't have a big issue though. Nice.
The city is unhealthy. Ideal conditions.
The forest's handle
There you go.
100 generations and more lived on these shores.
I will not be able to do this a second time though, so I will need to get more ships going. In this case here, that's the Mercatus, the ship Scorpion, right? Where this was consumed. So without it, we just need the waiters. But my mission is right now to get to Mercatus. So let's just go ahead and get me one anyway, because we will be able then to staff it, right? It's still working because it has the ship archers. We can still go ahead with this, and let's get me this construction going. For more, we'll need then more ropes. By the way, we got 150 waiter workforce now. So I will be able to get my production up again to full speed. And we get the Shrine of Ceres unlocked. By the way, I will also need to get some beer to my secondary island. That's for a quest. And we need to deliver 5 tons of tiles to the Procurator. Lots of stuff to do at once. But we'll pull through. Also, the supply fleet. There's a second one, right? Yeah, the final supply fleet is over there. So for this, we need to build more ships. My flagship alone will not be enough. I also don't have more money to purchase more ships, so this is just how it goes. By the way, we could enable though passive trading, right? And passive trading in this game is way more powerful than you might think. Because it's working pretty reliable. In Anno 1800, that wasn't the case, right? But in this game, whenever you have passive trade enabled, that means when you have items for sale, there's always someone coming around purchasing those things. So I'm gonna enable this one. For the tiles, I'm gonna say 50 tiles as the minimum. For my weapons, I'm gonna say 50 tons of weapons as a minimum. So instead of just, you know, wasting these resources, we're gonna sell them now. And that should lead to a lot of money coming in here. I think that's all I would dare to sell right now. Okay, we got the beer. Let's have a look on this island here. You have settled the mysterious island, and it is home to an ancient grove the Celts venerate, complete with a majestic oak in its midst. Now lumber is always in short supply, but angering the locals may have long... No, I'm certainly not gonna cut it down. Gonna keep it. But he wants me to cut it down, right? Okay. No, I'm not gonna cut it down, of course. Oh, I see. This actually goes with water. She will not like this. Or she will like this. And there might be a ceasefire coming out of this. So I can keep both options available for now. There's no reason to actually go in any other way. Another thing we need to do here right away is getting a clothing production going. The reason for that is we need to have the tin that is available on this island. We need to, mine this. Let's go ahead and get me that going, and let's use that smaller village here to boost with the warehouse done, right? So that's the tunics, that's the only thing that's missing. And I'm just gonna go ahead and build me a bunch more houses here. To get some mining going soon. Also, we continue with the upgrading, as we do need bit more workforce down the road. And there would be a ransom demand now. So 7,000. Alright.
We shall see.
After it's in, let's have the first buildings here upgraded. We don't need a lot, because I just need to get my tin mine going that we have over there. Or up here. Let's go with this one. And it's delivering it then to my warehouse that we have here. And with that, I need now to implement a new trade route. We have a pentaconter for this. It's gonna be between the two islands here. And I'm just gonna put this one... where's my pentaconter? Why is it not there anymore? This is so strange. Why it doesn't work. It is assigned to the dead trade route that we had, right? So this one. And then we can implement here the tin. One should be fine because it's a very short distance, right? And with that, the trade route is now working. And look at that, the passive trade, how nice it works. So there's really a lot of stuff coming in money-wise out of the passive trade. Right, we can now build towers on the water. And we can now work on these remaining productions here. So these two here we need, right? The first one is either the trousers or the torques. The torques needs copper. We would have this on this island here. So we can work on that. Or we go with trousers. We also have a dye fertility here. So I could also go with this one here. What's better? The trousers give me a population and income boost. And the torque gives me a prestige boost. Prestige would be nice to go with a ceasefire with water. We could also go with both of them, of course. Let's have the trousers started, because it's an easy, quick production. With the sheep, we already have them. The trousers, not even a ton, you know. So I could, of course, build me a second sheep farm out here. You know what? Let's actually do this. All the way out here. And here we would also have the copper mine. Let's also get this one going, right? Copper and that. Now we need the dye. This one's producing every minute. Okay, that's a bit slower. Let's see, 100 fields should be fine here. There you go. So we can add another one here if we need to. And then we just need the hosier. And here we need to build 2 of them with a nice boosting, in fact, of the surrounding area. Let's have one here for the health and the income boost. And I would like to have another one here. Guys, right. That's the production. I think we will need another dye plantation though. Gonna have this here. Very nice. And with that, the first production is finished. And for the torque, we actually have everything, right? We got the copper mine. We just need the wire twister now, as it's called. 2 of them should be fine. And I'm gonna have them, yeah, up here, I guess. In my completely destroyed weapon industry area. What the hell is happening here? They've all been destroyed by the fire risk that we have here. Make it like so that we can have a road here, and then we can have the first one here and the second one here to get the coppers in, the torques in, right? And with that, we have both of these productions already finished. And now we just need either the drinking horns or the clan shields. And both of them require the tin, right? And the drinking horns would be my go-to now, so the tin is already coming in. We now just need the ox farm. Luckily, this needs a marsh slot. So this is something we should easily have available. Yep, we have over here. Let's just see, 1 minute. I'm probably gonna go with, yeah, 1. And I remember they need a lot of space. There you go. And the second one we could also easily have in here somewhere. The tin is coming in, so we just need the horners now. 2 of them, in fact, and they also once again give me a bonus. We can have one here already, and another one here, right? Very good. That was easy, quick and easy. And with that, we have all the productions met. Now we can upgrade to tier 3 once all of that is in, and continue with the main quest. Hope you enjoyed this one, the campaign of Anno 117. Quite the city we need to build up for that. Stay tuned. Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back to Pax, and we continue with the campaign. Right now waiting for the drinking horns to come in, and there they are. In order to us to upgrade my population to jolly good tier 3. And while this is now coming in slowly, the month here, we have amassed quite a fleet there, right? With some warships that we can now use. I would really quickly like to wait before we start the attacking, because once we have tier 3, we can finally staff also the scorpions on my warships, and then we can take out the last supply fleet over there. So for this, I really need to wait real quick. The other one is my other island, my second island here, where we still need to build a phantom to get some sacrifices going.
But with the phantom, it's a perfect excuse to bring the many strains of Celt into harmony.
How should I do that, Fair Anxious?
A sacrifice to all those killed by... a sacrifice to all who lost their lives in war.
I'll likely need animals for that sacrifice.
Think on what you do. These are not orthodox Roman gods. See sense, Governor. Clear the grove.
Alright, once again, we can decide, do we want to do it or not? We can always burn it down, right? But for now, we could also deliver now 5 tons of oxen over there. We have the ox production already, but it's not enough, so I'm gonna have another one. And, you know, of course, we are Roman, so we probably should burn it down. In all honesty. On the other hand, I would like to also make a harmonious conclusion here to the Celtic region. So I'm torn. I'm torn right now. I'm not so torn on upgrading, and that is what we can do now. Right over here. To tier 3. Aldermans now.
The Emperor has requested all governors support his army expenses.
Some beautiful houses here that we have, and with that we get a whole bunch of new demands now and needs, like the roast beef, sounds delicious, and also wine.
That's what I told them.
Wine is in fact the demand of these guys.
I never say no to a beer.
Alright, and with that, all the men we have. Ah, yeah, okay, it doesn't work for the ships. My bad. Let's have another one upgraded over here. Also, we could go with Mercatos, is that right? On the same island here?
I await your instruction.
Doesn't look like it though. We wouldn't probably need to go to Romanized ones first. That I can do actually. Let's do this. Let's have some Romanized ones too. Right here in the harbor area, right? We can upgrade them to Mercatos. There they are. There we have also a bit of workforce for my ships. Okay, Calidus requests a payment. Oh god, we don't have the money. I can pay half of it. And now we have empty coffers. I don't care. We have a positive income there, so this is fine. And yeah, staffing is coming in. So I think I'm gonna go ahead with another upgrade. And then we should have all the personnel in for my ships. Very good. Now we unlock the full potential of these warships, and we can now go ahead and destroy this supply fleet. Though it's the biggest one, right? might look at some casualties. And there we attack. Probably will need to push out my flagship there a bit, because we have also the troops on it. They're doing a lot of damage, more than I thought. And then my first one is down, but I'm confident that we can actually clear the rest of them. Whoa, that was a lot of damage. Very good. Only lost one ship. I will need to get back home though and repair them.
It is time to strike at her heart. The hill fort of Carrickmore.
We'll do that. Totally. And I'm also gonna get me another warship. Okay, there we get the oxen. Have a look at that.
Don't die in vain. This celebration is sure to help people heal.
I'll admit, I expected you to have leveled that grove. Instead, you wanted to apologize for Roman kind.
Don't expect too much from me, Boara. Okay, once again, we need to make a choice. Let them make their sacrifice or seize and imprison them. Let's have the festivities going though. I've gone this far. I need to finish this too.
Could be they're here to pay their respects, like everyone else. But if I think there'll be trouble, I should have them picked up.
You are stubborn, Governor Naucratius.
Alright, with that we also finish this one here and get some fame points.
Governor Naucratius, faint hope that by recounting it to the provincial governor, this vexing matter can be laid to rest.
Sorry, Corvinus. Please, go on.
The 9th cohort Tungrorum. An entire detachment lost. To what? We know not. Rarely in the history of conquest has there been such an embarrassment. Only finding the Aquila, the Legion standard, can bring an end to the dishonor.
Do we know where to look?
Here are some reports of the detachment's last position. Here, take them. Maybe you'll have better luck than the rest of us.
And we are requesting support from Whitecliff to Contubernia are down with the swamp fever.
Intriguing. Looks from this that the last known position of the 9th cohort was in the hills.
It all happened way before my time. But perhaps the chieftains know more than they say.
Chieftains, hmm? I don't think Bawada will tell me anything. Manx would have blurted it all out already. Which just leaves Ather.
Alright, so if we want to find them, probably need to go to Ather. Yeah, we don't actually need to sail there, we can just go ahead and bring the majestic beast to his court.
Bring me a beast of renown. Something they'll tell stories about.
So, with the majestic beast, I wonder if the brazen bull that we have there likes this one.
Embarking on a quest, I hear. You seek the banner of your fallen brothers.
Decum's finest.
Alright, but enough with the waiting. Let's finally go for the invasion of Wada's Island. I don't care really about getting to ceasefire with her. I think this is the only thing that really makes sense. There's a bit of a scorpion over there that we'll probably need to take care of first. From this distance? Fine, it can't fire, it seems. Or it doesn't want to fire, at the very least. Very good, this is taken care of. Let's disembark right over here. We should have enough troops available for this. There you go. And while my ships do some damage down here, my troops take on the long march all the way up. We'll just see how far we get. I have no idea. There's the first gate over there. And there are the troops over there. Since she's starving, it hopefully shouldn't be so hard. Okay, they can already fire. That's bad. She's also coming now with her troops. Okay, with torches we should be able to take it down, right? Oh, wow. This takes some time. This could be quite the nasty battle here. My spearmen are in the front and my archers will shoot from the back. There you go. Why are my archers going to the melee range? I never ordered this. You have to shoot. Look at that. They're going to the front line when I tell them to shoot. The strangest thing. I don't know why they're actually going... Okay, my spearmen are here. At least they can do something. But my archers really don't want to shoot with the arrows, it seems. Since my archers decided to be melees, I had to try it again. So we're moving in once again. And just see how it goes. Without my archers, please. There you go. But she looks like a tough enemy. Seriously, my troops have no chance. They just get wrecked. The spearmen get wrecked against the chariots. Okay, at least one of her troops is down now. Okay, one of her chariots is now down. Very good. The axemen are down. This looks much better now. So there we still have those guys. But don't forget, this is only like the first gate that we're looking at right now. Now we can take on the gate, right? Yeah. And this is where the archers go to the front then again with the torches. Now we can take care of this. But if there are more troops coming, then we might have a problem. We'll just see. Okay, so at the last gate, it seems like we will probably need some reinforcements before we can take on this. Because the guild hall up there is also shooting down on us. The main problem is I can only recruit those types, those two types, right? There's no other, there's no siege workshop that we can build. And I cannot train any other troops except the two because everything else is locked. Alright, we're closing in on the last gate now. Let's just see. I think they would all be firing if they weren't on the plague, right? Now we can move into her inner area. And probably will have to once again torch it. Yeah. Doesn't look good for her, honestly. Despite some starter problems with all of this.
It is done. The song of my people, cut short by contempt. Your peace is poison.
Think she'll be back?
No, I do not believe so. Who'd have thunk we'd ever see her take heel?
Hard knowing harm's come to kin, but it was the only way. You have all the capital's thanks, Governor Nacratius. Might as near give it up before you don't come to these shores.
The madness may finally be at an end thanks to you, Governor. The second Augusta will raise a cup in your nname tonight.
If only the weather matched the mood. Ah, Albion.
No doubt official celebrations will be held in sunny Latium. But the rest of us will make do with the falling sky.
Alright, raider defeated.
Need support.
No more raids.
A military victory over Voada and the Skaha. I should be pleased with myself, shouldn't I?
Warming up.
Beautiful island.
Emperor
Might have a villa up here.
after this.
And this concludes the chapter 7, a homecoming ovation. Okay, what do I hear? The Celts have finally decided to kiss the dust. It seems your poking has been crowned with success. And Albion tax flows steadily once more. See you in Latium.
It seems your poking has been crowned with success. You gain. And Albion tax flows steadily once more.
Guess we need to return now to the Procurator with my ships.
You shall have no Matthew on your return.
And there we arrive.
Congratulations again on subduing Voada and the Skaha. Listen, now, Cratius. This summons. Don't let it be your excuse to turn your back on us forever. You hear? Your cities will need looking after. And I still expect taxes to be paid on time. This is your duty. I'm not relinquishing you of it.
All right, I hear you. Take care, Corvinus.
Fair winds, Governor. And spare a thought for the second Augusta when you're basking in the sun.
No love at all for these lands? The refreshing breeze? The freedoms?
No, Eddie. Freedom, for me, has very specific connotations. Should there ever be a spare moment to discuss my status as a court slave?
And you claim Albion had no effect on you? Of course. I shall give the topic of your freedom my full consideration.
I live by a simple rule. Those who achieve great things are to be greatly rewarded. And when I ask, this mortal answers. Let the name echo through the streets. Now Cratius. Marcus, now Cratius.
Our way, Imperator Calidus.
Your victory, your success illumines this day. This ovation and Rome's success is yours. People of Latium, before us stands a man who faced down the terror of the Celts. A tribal leader so stubborn, no spear could break her. Until now. And so he joins the ranks of legend. Let them celebrate now, Cratius. Your success is a welcome surprise. And I'm certain you'll outshine yourself in the future too.
I'll do my best.
Of course you will. I thought your frail character would shatter against those white cliffs. Yet, Voada's Celts lie defeated, bested by your might, mettle, and mastery of the battlefield. Exactly the path I'd have chosen.
Right.
Storming their hill fort as an eagle descending on its prey. Every foe felled in Rome's name. For us. Now, Cratius, you have been my sword arm where others question my orders. Hear me, people of Latium! These lands are returned to Albion's champion, Marcus now Cratius. In his hands, Latium will no longer live in the shadow of volcanoes and sad old emperors, but in the light of a freedom to build on victory. For the power to create, imagine grand designs, are the real trophies of Rome's wars. The end is the beginning, Marcus Naucratius. Now yours to shape alone. Build something the world never forgets. Not merely of stone, but of courage, of justice, of you.
Our scouts have sighted new...
Alright, and we're back in Juliana. Okay, let's head back to the Emperor.
There you are then, Naucratius. I've been thinking of heading to Parthava for a season. Trust you to watch things here in Latium for me. But that's not all. Like I said, I always reward those who serve me. You have your island, of course. But real merit deserves more than just a homecoming ovation. I'm a man of my word. One wish, within reason. Speak it, and it will be granted.
Okay, we could ask for a ship, a Queen
I
Kareem,
never understand those that want to organize and go against me.
great
Against
riches,
the greatest empire the world
or
has
free
ever
Ben.
seen.
The thing is, I'm a governor. Shouldn't I be able to actually grant this myself? But there you go. I guess I'm gonna go with free Ben.
So you want to free the Imperial court slave?
Oh, because he's
Right,
Imperial,
others.
probably.
I suppose this Ben Balian has served all his masters well, no matter the masters.
I mean, Marcus Naucratius. Just before the world changed, Calidus gave me my Pileus hat. I am free, finally. Thanks to you.
Calidus kept his promise. Oh, that's wonderful, Ben. What does this mean? You'll be saying goodbye?
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. We have cities to build. It'll be like slipping into a trusty pair of sandals.
Well, it's not like you ever really took orders from me anyway.
No? To work, then. It feels like we've only just started.
But my cities are huge.
You should see the Eternal City, Marcus. It makes this place look pitifully underdeveloped.
This concludes the Anno Pax Romana campaign. It was a bit short, but it had its climax, and we have also seen the Eternal Citadel. I hope you enjoyed this one. Onwards to the sandbox modes again. Stay tuned!